Hello, welcome. My name is San. This is a reading today for Cancer. There are no dates on my readings. I trust that when the message finds you, if it resonates, then it's yours at that time. Cancer, I'm doing your reading with a blend of decks. You'll see a mix of several decks in your spread today. So we've got the Nine of Cups on the split, talking about what it is that you're desiring at this moment in time. With the Magician, desiring a manifestation that is touching on your remembrance. We've got He Remembers. We haven't seen him in a long time. You know what? He's almost like a mini him. He's like the younger version of him, I think, because he's called He Remembers. So you remember something about a manifestation that was desired that is not yet coming to fruition. And then blind faith at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot underneath that. It's interesting because the Chariot, I think, was at the top of the deck as well. I can tell because it has a crease in it, this Chariot here. It has a bit of a crease in it, so whenever I see it at the top of the deck, I know that it's there. So you've got the Chariot at the top and at the bottom with blind faith. Okay, so let's pull an overall energy from the Lafruma Healing Oracle. It looks like you've got a lot of people kind of vying for your attention right now, Cancer. It's like you're feeling a bit inundated with a lot of unwanted attention is what it looks like to me. Okay, overall energy from the Lafruma. And maybe wanting to revert back to an earlier dream. Having blind faith that that dream is still alive. Maybe some people are trying to impose their dreams upon you is kind of how it's coming through, because you've got a bit of an overbearing energy. Not all of it. There is a beautiful soul here that's here to play with you. But then there's these others that seem to be pushing you. Oh, my deck is upside down. No, it isn't. Returning light. Beautiful, bright child light, brightened by mighty Odin in fear of his fate. Disruption opens portals of divine reconstruction. It says, raise hell to embrace life and return the world to your fullest light. So we're talking about coming back to your own kind of light source. Because it feels to me like, well, something is dimming your light is what it's looking like. You're starting out actually really strong as the star here. But it seems like you're the star of other people's desires, perhaps, because you've got the Five of Earth coming up next. The Five of Earth with this Four of Fire we'll look at in a moment. But this is talking to me about the reluctant star. It's like you are bright and shiny until this Four of Wands comes up, this Four of Fire, which is looking to me like people pressuring you to almost celebrate before the time is right. Usually this is a celebration card, but today it was coming through with some angst. It's like you're being forced out of the chrysalis prematurely by people who are like overzealous, or they're wanting you to have success now and you're not quite ready for it, is what I'm feeling, because you go from this star. It's kind of like when you're in your own divine energy, you're holding yourself bright. But then this comes along and it kind of pushes you into the shadows, because you got the Wallflower coming next. And it feels like whatever this is, or whoever these people are that are trying to pull you out prematurely, it's like they're pressuring you to do something that you're not quite ready to do. So it's having the opposite effect, where you could be, or they would desire for you to be this star, kind of bright and shiny and out in the open. It's actually pushing you back into this kind of hiding space where you may be beginning to avoid them, not taking their calls anymore, because it's bringing out this Wallflower energy. It could just be because you're Cancer, and Cancer does not like the spotlight generally, at least not in a realm that is not designed by you in a sense. Because you've got the Four of Swords coming next, and this is talking about you going to your own space. This is the space that is designed by you. This is where you are comfortable. So it's like kind of somebody turning the spotlight on you, and all that it makes you want to do is turn away. Because it's not the right timing. It's not the right timing. because it's on their time and not yours. See, it almost looks like they're trying to pull her out of that cocoon or that chrysalis. And it feels like an abrupt change that is not welcome. So it's causing a lot of stress and pushing you to kind of go into this Four of Swords energy where you're separating yourself and being kind of irked about the fact that it's creating a scenario where you're needing to heal yourself. I'm just seeing all the snake skins at the bottom. And it's like, actually, I feel like you don't mind the excuse to separate yourself, but the extra work is not desirable, obviously. The fact that every time you're around this Four of Fire, it requires you to have to go through a healing cycle. But you quite enjoy the being on your own aspect because there's all this creativity there. I can see it in the symbols that are on this mountaintop that she's on. I actually see that as kind of a distance. So you're putting your distance between yourself and these others because they're pushing you too soon. You're not ready. And you've got this Four of Fire coming up next, and it feels like this is your version of the Four of Fire. You can see how it's different. You can see how different it is. This one has got this real hustle to it. It's like they're ripping you from that safe space. So you have to take time. So first you go into this wallflower energy, which is, I feel like it's on the verge of ghosting people, not answering your phone, kind of clearing your calendar, but not saying why. You're not communicating. It's kind of like you just go completely silent because you have to go into this retreat because you've been overwhelmed by their attention, because it looks like you just want to camouflage yourself. Whenever this spotlight comes on, it's kind of like you're minding your own business, doing your own thing in this Four of Wands, Four of Fire, and then somebody is coming in and trying to transform it into their version. And it's just not working for you. So you're kind of going silent here. Going silent and retreating and going into your creative space where you actually feel really good. I feel like that's the healing aspect is unfortunate. The fact that you have to, it's not necessarily healing. It's having to shed the energy of these other people. Because I'm seeing it here twice actually with this card and this card. It's talking about picking up a lot of other people's stuff or having kind of an energetic burden that you're carrying around because of what other people are doing to you. Because this feels like a doing. It feels like they're doing something to you, kind of shock and awe, like they're sneaking up on you and saying, it's like a surprise party. It's kind of like a surprise party, and you're supposed to be like the star of the show, but you just want to be camouflaged. All this camouflage wallflower energy. It's like it's not the right timing for you. Maybe they're interrupting you from this flow that you're in, and that's why there's the irritation about the having to shed the energy. It's like it's just giving you extra energy work to do. And it kind of snuck up on you is how it feels. So you're getting back to your own happy space. There is this beautiful childlike energy that I'm going to get to in a moment. I'm going to skip over it for a moment to get to this energy. You've got, because it feels like more than one. You've got this group or this friend group that is trying to kind of turn the light on you prematurely, turn the spotlight on you prematurely. The reason now you know it's premature is because your immediate instinct is to just blend in. It's like you're saying this is not the right time. I'm still in my creative mode. How dare you come and drag me out of that? That's kind of what it's like they're pulling you out of that energy and back into this space that requires you to have healing. It could be with the He Remembers card. It could be a remembrance of a cycle that has, it's like they've done this to you before, perhaps. So, and then you've got this other energy that seems to be demanding something of you, or maybe they have an opinion of your going silent because you've got the Queen of Air coming up. Let's go back to this actually. You've got, maybe this is somebody that you meet in your happy space when you're on your own. There's this beautiful energy that comes in here with this 10 of Earth. It's appearing as a child, but it doesn't have to be a child. It could be somebody who's just younger than you or somebody who's very playful. It could even be more like an elemental or animal energy that you're spending time with, and it's really kind of opening you back up. And with the eye to eye card, it's like you can see eye to eye to them with them. There is no game playing here. It's like we're here to strengthen our gifts. We're here to... There's something very beautiful about the silence. That could be the reason why you can compare the energies. This one is very abrupt and very kind of imposing, but this one is more of a helper energy, and they're more subtle, and I want to say that they're maybe even quiet, because this eye to eye is talking to me about almost like telepathic communication. So it could be exactly what you're needing right now, is to be more hushed, to put the games aside. And that helps open your energy field up. I can see that it helps to bring all this beautiful mothy energy for you. It could even be a psychic initiation with all of that moth energy. If you haven't been through that yet, or you're going through the next level of your psychic initiation, as you spend time with this child or this childlike person. But then you've got this one coming in here, this Queen of Swords, that is very opinionated. They could be interrupting your time with this child or the childlike person. I think the reason why they're coming through is well, the image, of course, is of a child, but the energy is coming through as soft and the opposite of intense. This one is intense, but this one is like a gentle energy that doesn't judge. There's no judgment, and it's about equal playing field. It's all is a balanced equilibrium with this one. And there's something about the silence. It's like, it's not that you're always in silence, but it's something like when you're around somebody who you don't need to be speaking or filling each moment, where you can be silent. And in those silent moments, some beautiful blossoming of telepathic gifts are coming in. Okay, but then you've got this one here that seems to be interrupting that flow and coming in with these harsh opinions that can be very stinging and very, not contrived, that's not the word I'm looking for, controlling perhaps. The Queen of Swords can be an energy that is shocking. I think I've already said, did I say shocking about these guys? So you've got all, it's kind of like it's electric compared to this one, which is very of nature. It's the moth energy. It's very delicate and easily startled. That's the thing. So it could be the reason why these energies are so coming across as so abrupt to you, because you're spending all this beautiful time with this mothy energy in the silence or near silence. And the moth is a delicate creature that can be easily startled off. They need the silence of the night or the delicacy of the light. But this one's coming in with that sharp kind of wasp energy. And what they do to you is similar to what the last group did to you, is they put you into this, it almost looks like putting up this barrier of defensiveness. Because you know what an incredible empath you are. This is my super empath card. It's like all of the orbs in the air, even the air itself looks kind of cluttered with debris that doesn't belong to this one. So there's somebody kind of marching in, having a strong opinion about what it is that you're doing. And the way that you know that, it's almost like because they've got this wall of sharpness, so you have this wall of defensiveness that immediately, it's like a protective instinct that comes out. It's kind of like, I can almost feel it like this visceral change in your body, in your body chemistry, maybe even something shifts, and you can probably feel it physically, where there's this shift in your energetic, and then you know this kind of force field is put in place to try to put a barrier between you and them, so that you don't have to spend so much time kind of cleansing afterwards. Maybe that's the benefit of this cycle with these ones, is that you're getting really good at kind of going through this process of shedding what it does not belong to you or no longer suits you. Every time they confront you, It's like they're trying to pull you out of your comfort zone. And in a way, it helps to expand you beyond the comfort zone. But you want to do it in your own way, on your own terms, not being forced upon by these overbearing energies here. And then you've got this joyful moments, which I feel like is kind of coming back to this one. Or maybe it's the memory of. Maybe it's the memory of this one. There's something about the contrast of these energies coming into your life that I actually feel is quite beneficial to you, because it's really highlighting to you what the joyful moments are. And in those joyful moments, I feel like it's highlighting with the Queen of Earth next. This is almost looking like this child. This child has grown. There's definitely a connection here. It's like this is you here. You got these, your wings are up. The wings are down here, but they're up here. And then there's this rose that is coming from these joyful moments. It's like this is what this child is leaving you with. Every time you spend time with this child, don't feel like it's a child necessarily. It could be, but I want to say somebody who's very childlike, who's very simple in a wise way. Then you come out feeling like you've gained a lot. With your wings are up, your hair has grown longer. That's that mothy initiation energy, because moths are initiator to the psychic realm, the telepathic realm. And it feels like maybe even though perhaps this one is putting up a barrier between you and that childlike energy, but they can't cut you off from it, because it's like you've already been saturated. You've already been saturated in that beautiful energy, and you take it with you everywhere. It's like a naysayer. It's like they're coming in specifically to goad you about what happened here and why did you do what you did in the aftermath of that situation, and ghost everybody. And you're saying, well, of course I ghosted everybody, because I could be here like this in this defensive standoff, or I could be in this beautiful transformation between these energies. Perhaps this one is no longer in your life, but you're remembering them with the He Remembers card and the desired manifestation and the blind faith. It almost feels like maybe we're remembering somebody, having a remembrance, and with that Chariot card, the Chariot, the road less traveled, and the Page of Earth. It's like there's an unconventional way that you connect with this one. Maybe we're talking about spirit. Maybe that's the reason why it's helping with your gifts. Because with these cards here, it's almost looking like you have this strong desire to go to them, but it requires the road less traveled. As in, it's an unconventional way of communicating. Perhaps that's what this is talking about with the Ten of Swords. It's talking about this desire to end this, to lighten this load of, it's like once and for all, blowing away all of this. I almost said fever. I wonder if you've had a fever recently. This does look a little bit like a fever or fever dream energy. And then this is blowing it off once and for all, lifting it to a higher vibration where it can't be brought back down. So you're through the connection that you have with this one that brings you all these joyful moments. I can see the benefit of it. I can see the benefit of these ones coming in and kind of goading you to go into your wallflower space, where you then connect in an unconventional way with these energies that brighten you and elevate you, because it's kind of like this is the final straw. When this one comes in, you've had enough, and that's where you finally release it. This is the end of a karmic cycle, letting it go once and for all. It's like you finally got to a place beyond where they can reach you, or you're on your way there, or that's maybe what your desire, what the wish is with this wishing for the manifestation. Wishing is kind of like setting an intention to to ensure that you stay in this joyful space with this beautiful telepathic connection. If it is telepathic, it's starting to lean more towards that for me, because there's kind of this remembrance, and because the child has been replaced with the flower here, but there's still all this joyful, it's like a joyful memory or a joyful connection despite the physical distance, perhaps. It's the reason why the Chariot is coming out, maybe, and wishing that you could go to them. Okay, I am going to continue to pull cards in Crichton Extended, see what else wants to come out about this. If you're interested in that, it's now on Patreon, which is better than Vimeo, I believe, and it's cheaper than my website. So if you want to check me out there, the link is in the description, and if not, I will see you next time, Cancer. Thanks, bye.